What's up? Welcome to my channel. We are starting the recreation of series that we have here today, and I'm going to be walking you through one of the creations I made in the middle of the night. So I've already started off with kind of an opaque blue base because we're gonna create some form of like beach nails that kind of go into like a Hawaiian theme or whatever. So right now I'm just mixing a white with a clear base to get kind of like an opaque color to paint over the base that I've already cured and everything. I ran out a little bit, so I had to go ahead and make some more. Just a little dollop of clear with some white in it or whatever other color that you wanted to use. And just gonna take the other end of a dotting tool and kind of just mix it up, everything, or the end that you're using to paint. Either way, as long as you mix it really well before you put it on the nail, it's gonna be good to go. So we're just gonna paint that on the rest of the nail to where I was missing some stuff. I use both sides of that brush. We don't want to make or waste any products. Woo. And then after we get done like painting it and everything, we're not going to cure it. That's a dollop. I'm gonna take you a dollop of clear and the other opposite end of the dotting tool, and we're gonna start making little kind of like bubbles or whatever. So it's gonna look like the bubbles that when the waves kind of like wash up on the beach and everything. So you're just gonna kind of like dot accordingly where you want it to your, to your liking. And you're gonna go all the way up to where you're gonna cover the cover everything, all of the white and the opaque and everything. Get a little more if you run out, because as you can see, I'm using the last of the IBD because baby, least products is not cheap. We're gonna use every last bit of it. Then we're gonna go all the way up. So once you have your dots and things where you need it to have, when you're like satisfied with it, we're actually gonna put it in the machine and we're gonna cure it for 30 to 60 seconds. Some of my stuff you're gonna see, I'm gonna say cure for 30 seconds. The others I would say 60. To be honest, I think when I was doing these originally, I was just curing for like 30 seconds. I ain't gonna hold you, because I knew I was gonna throw it back in there in a second anyway, so it'll be all right. But look, it's so pretty. So at this point, I was just ombreing with like a nude color or whatever. Just find a new color that I liked. That is D&D. I think it's butterscotch. I'm not sure. I had to relook at it. So I just kind of made it to where it kind of meet the lovely like line in my work and everything like that. Turn it around to where I'm just painting all over the nail. Then I took you can either take your ombre brush or like a regular brush. It's really up to you, whatever you have. Ombre brush would probably be better, but I was just using what I had on hand, and I just gonna lightly like feather that color down over over what you've already done. Just lightly tapping, pat and pull, and it's kind of like, it's different methods to this, but this is just the one I'm using for today. And once you kind of like get it ombre to your liking and everything like that, you're gonna cure again for 30 to 60 seconds. Then I'm repeating it, so I'm actually going back into it again, and gonna just redo it and everything. I just kind of brought the color down a little bit further than I did the first time, so I have more to ombre without it like taking away from where I've already did. Just very light, because the rougher you are, the more it's not gonna look like it needs to look. You see what I'm saying? Just light, tap, and we're gonna cure again. Cause it's about to where I want it. I think it's like just a couple of touch-ups here and there, but it's about where I want it. So I'm cool with it. So after we've cured again, we're gonna move on to the lovely little Hawaiian dots and everything. It's my first time doing these, and let me tell you something. They look real cute and stuff on IG and TikTok and everything, but they really not. Child. So I was kind of like mapping it out. I did kind of like this star formation to figure out like where I wanted the petals to go, and then just putting an additional like 2 dots on each side, because you kind of want them like close and conjuncture type thing, from when you drag them down to the center. So it's like a real like a 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 type beat, where you got something that's like at a peak or whatever. Then I went ahead and just mapped out this second one, figure out where I wanted it to go. You know what I'm saying? Well, all of those would be my little peaks, and then just come in with the little small dots on the other side and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then we're going to take a little detail brush, and we're going to pull it in and everything. Like, so you just kind of like feather it in almost. You're really gonna be focusing on making like kind of like each point you're gonna pull in. So 1 2 3, you know what I'm saying, and kind of make it to where like it looks a little bit more like the flowers that you see. But it's really, you want to do the outside, inside, and it's usually gonna get you to what you want to do, and then just add like a little extra if you wanted to, you know what I'm saying. So repeating the same thing here, you know what I'm saying, lightly pulling and everything. And I get the spinning these per songs, because child, who finna hurt their wrist, not I. And then, you know, I was doing a little bit more off camera, but then I decided I didn't like it, so off it goes. And so I like the first one. The first one was cool, so I just went through and like added like the little details or whatever, to where like a little swoop. You see a little swoop and then a little swoop before I had cured it again, because I'm like, okay, so I can't get the second one how I want it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the first one how I want it. Okay, cool. So I went and cured it, and then we're gonna try again. It's round 2. Here we're going back in with this white. You can use any of whatever color that you like. I just using white this day. We did a little bit of an angle change, because it's my first time doing all this stuff, so I was trying to do more, I guess. I don't know. This is the trial and errors and everything like that before, you know what I'm saying, bitch blow up, bitch get real professional and all that other stuff. I'm just, yeah. So again, the little try method, you know what I'm saying, we just dot. I was like, okay, these look a little promising. Add a little extra dots where I feel like I need to add like a little extra dot add to where they be more kind of prominent. And again, back in with that detailed brush. You know what I'm saying, not a whole lot of paint on that brush, but just enough. Really don't need it at all, Kwanzaa's killed, but it's just habits. And you see I'm just dragging it in, and just, you know what I'm saying, doing all the rest of the dots like so. Okay, and on this one, I try to like save this flower a little bit and like put like a little extra dot there, so I can, you know what I'm saying, an extra dot there to where like I didn't have to wipe it and try it again, because I'm a little bit of perfectionist. But at the end of the day, you see I'm trying to add like little details, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I ain't like it, because I ended up wiping it off again. And there we go. Because baby, guess what? Third time the charm. We're gonna try it one more time for all the marbles. Hit it with the boom. 1 2 3. Because you kind of want to make these dots so where like you can see where they kind of pointed, but they also like are connecting. And this was gonna make it look like so much better. So I don't want to kind of like a stagger, but it's like kind of like they come out to a point. You know what I'm saying? To where they look good. Then back to the detail brush. And then 1, 2, 3. Did a little bit more on that 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? It's really 1, 2, 3, but my little detail brush is smaller, so I wanted to make sure I was getting everything like I wanted to. And I think the more strokes and stuff you do, it's just adding more detail and everything. And so, like, for me, I was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? They look real good. So I just added my little details, a little down the middle and a little swoop. And come to the other side, swoop. Cool. Cure this for about 60 seconds. And at this point, I'm just adding like a little detail of well. So I'm just taking little dots and I'm just my little dotting tool or whatever. I'm just adding a little, kind of like a little path, but not really. I just kind of do where I please, what I like. And then also, if you wanted to like add like little dots or details, like kind of like around the flowers or whatever, to you know what I'm saying, where it look like the other stuff. Everything, it look real cute. You see what I'm saying? Cool. You see it look good. So cure that for 30 seconds, and we'll take that top coat, get a good bit on there. We're gonna cover the whole thing. This just a shiny top coat. Okay, cool. You see what's going on? Get the whole nail. We don't want to miss no crevices, no nooks and crannies, no nothing. Make sure it shine. And then this is what it looks like after it's cured for another I think I probably cured it longer than 60 seconds, but here we are and everything. I hope you guys like it. Don't forget to like, comment, and share and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.